Rumbling onto the racetrack is what Matt and I call our favorite division, the street stocks. Here at the Stafford Speedway, 15 cars strong for 20 laps. One of the talented female drivers in this division is Chambrello Motorsports, number 16 for Nicole Chambrello from Kensington, Connecticut.
We started that season with no expectations at all. We just knew we wanted to go out there and do our best, you know, as most people do every season that they do race. And we started off so fast.
She, right off the bat, was dumb fast. And I said, well, we got something this year. I think the click was there. She clicked, the car was good. She finally learned how to drive my setup in the car. It was going for wins. That's what we were trying to do, at least, podiums.
Nicole Chambrello, car number 16. She stuffs it in underneath the 77 of Bagnall. She's in third.
But look at the young lady behind the wheel of car number 16, Nicole Chambrello. She is right there on the inside, putting the pressure on the Ceriello machine. There's wheel to wheel, Matt.
You can tell, okay, it's a little loose, but you know, it's gonna get better. And it did, and it just got better and better, got faster and faster. Every single lap, you know, I was picking cars off like it was nothing.
And if we had a green to check her, she would check out. I mean, the car would just get faster and faster. So the first 3 laps, it was a little tough to hang on, and it would just, you know, it would gain momentum.
I think I knew almost right off the bat that we were very much gonna have a high chance of winning.
Brandon Michaels is on a roll as Byers is also coming to the front of the field. Bid for the lead, swap a little paint now off turn number 4. It's still Travis Hydar, but for how long? Because here comes Nicole Chambrello.
The best thing and the worst thing you can do is look in your mirrors. When you look in your mirrors and you know somebody's there, you start driving a little bit differently and you start driving a little defensively.
And once there, now he's trying to do the crossover on her, Matt.
He dove under me. He was just like, oh no, you know, she's got bite, she's fast, what can I do? And then that's when
The pea shooter his way. Underneath the 16, Nicole in the grass. Nicole drifting up to the wall. Hydar is in it, and that car is overboard. It comes to a complete roll as it was on its roof momentarily, then rolled back on its wheels.
it was terrible. Rolling in that car, all I could think about and all I knew was that my car was totaled, my season was over, we are done. I am never gonna be able to race again. You know, dramatic, but that's what you think.
Holy shit!
I think that to me was scarier than the actual wreck.
When she went over, my wife freaked out. And I remember looking over and going, she's fine. I was mad because, you know, it didn't have to happen the way it did. The next thing was, I gotta work on this car. This is not good. When a car goes over, it hits every corner. It hits, you know, every part of the car gets hit, especially when it goes completely around. I actually started working on the car right there. And I get in the car so I can get into the trailer, evaluating everything. Now, I was basically in evaluation mode, what was gonna need. My biggest problem, there was a bend in the upper front hoop of the cage up on top, and that was concerning to me because why that bent? It shouldn't have.
I didn't think it was possible. The rear clip was over 2 feet. You know, we had to cut everything off from the driver's seat back, and if we don't make it, you know, it sucks, but you know, it is what it is, and you have to deal with it. You know, you have to deal with the consequences of what happened, so.
And you know, all the old timers come in here and and they all would go, that ain't getting back to the track. That ain't getting back to the day. He's done for the week. And I kept saying, this car is going, it'll be at Stafford. And that's why I did it. You know, anybody else would have probably took the week off. And I just did it because I had all those people saying I couldn't. So I had to prove them wrong. I would say 12 to 16 hours a day by myself. No less than 60 hours, 50 to 60 hours on the car.
To have somebody in your corner who's willing to put in, you know, it's too much work to get you back out there. But, you know, I never not express my gratitude in any interview that I do.
Around 12:30 Friday, I had the trailer here and I was ready to load it into the trailer. And I said, before I load it in the trailer, I'm gonna take it and drive it just to make sure everything's okay. And the whole car was like this. And I went, oh no, it's 12:30. So I came in to the shop and I said, we're not racing today, to Ed. I think the rear's bent in the car. Get it all taken apart, throw an axle in there, start it up. It's true, everything seems to be good. The axle went in and out, so it didn't seem to be bent. By that time, it was 2:30, 2:45.
I remember getting there and knowing that, the transmission's a little wonky. It doesn't want to go into second, but once it does, you're going to keep it there and you're not going to touch that shifter until you just stall it.
Confident it's back in the shape it was on that, going into that final lap last week before the wreck?
No. We still have some kinks that we have to work out. We're mostly here just for points, just to finish a race and see what we can do.
I don't want to do anything that's going to put myself in that position to wreck the car. I just want to drive in the back, slow, just do my thing, get my points, because we were doing so well in the points that season.
The heat race, I went, wow, the car looks really good. The heat, I was actually she came in and she said the car felt good.
And to actually go out there and for the car to be fast and for the car to do what it did was probably a miracle.
Don't do anything stupid. See where you finish.
When he was running in second then.
But he is giving up inside track position to Nicole Chambrello. Let's see if she can get there.
You can't kill the racer in you when you get out there and you know you're faster than the cars in front of you. But it was one of those things where I was gonna pass a car if I was faster and if I knew I could be clean. I don't want to push anything because we don't know, because we barely got the rear back together. We had to rebuild the whole rear clip, and we didn't have that much of a chance to really check every single thing on the car out. Anything could break at any time. Like, we don't really know, but I'm just gonna roll with it. We're gonna see what happens, and that's gonna be that.
Chambrello is not afraid at all. Nicole Chambrello, after a wild end-over-end flip last week, comes back even stronger than ever.
After a few laps, I said, we're a podium tonight. We're gonna podium. And then after about 7 laps, I think it was around lap 7, I went, this is in the bag.
And Nicole Chambrello up on the wheel on the outside. Textbook start as they work their magic in turn number 2. Nicole Chambrello pulls away.
Am I going to pull this off? Is this actually happening? Is this real life? Am I dreaming? What is going on?
The popsicle sticks are up, meaning 1 mile is left in the competition here. Nicole Chambrello turned bad luck into good luck in a week's time as she dominates the racing action.
Now thinking back on it, it's almost a blur. It doesn't feel like real life, and it doesn't feel like something that's happened and something that I actually managed to pull off somehow. But, it's crazy.
And Nicole is on a roll.
Off turn number 4, ladies and gentlemen, Nicole Chambrello has done it. 2nd victory of the season.
Pure just like shock and joy and just craziness and, the overwhelming feeling of like, oh my Lord, we just did that.
Oh my God, it was shocking. It was absolutely shocking just because it's unheard of.
I mean, when you go through something like that, it proves that on a season where you're almost feeling invincible, that you're not. And, coming back and winning, it's just like, oh, okay, I was feeling like, this sucks and I suck and like this whole situation is awful, but when you come back and you win, you're just like, okay, maybe I don't suck,
Oh my God, you don't know how this feels. After this entire week, my poor dad slaved over this car all week, and to make it into victory lane after being on my roof is amazing.
In my whole racing career, probably number 1, only because of everything that went along with it.
That's why we do this, is because the highs are the highest of highs and your lows are always the lowest of lows. So you're doing this through your whole racing career. It was huge, coming back from upside down. And it's still to this day, there's people that come up to us and they're like, dude, that was awesome. Coming back like that and just like in your face to everybody.
You see, like I said, you see the work and you see, the blood, the sweat, the tears, everything that went along with it. And it just, like I said, it makes it all worth it.